The thing is that in this price range, nobody's actually trying to sell Bitcoin, right? So, you know, the only way to push the market up, I want to demonstrate something to you guys here. We're going to take Blowfin as the example, because obviously they're one of the channel sponsors, supposedly. Even I don't know, but they're good, so check them out with the link in the description below. You know, I wanna show you guys Blowfin, and you know, it's gonna be the same on pretty much every market, but you know, this one's just easy because it's here. And if we take a look at Bitcoin right here, I mean, we got over $6 billion in volume, which makes things super easy. And I wanna demonstrate something to you guys, all right? I wanna teach something to you guys. Let me know if this isn't useful. Just tell me in the live chat, skip this, or if you're enjoying it, if you find it useful, tell me continue this. You know, and based off that, I'll continue. But here's the Blowfin order book, and this is obviously Bitcoin, right? So for those of you who aren't super familiar with this, let me tell you what this means. This order book basically represents all of the prices people are trying to sell Bitcoin at, and how much Bitcoin they want to sell. So for example, right here, we're looking. Let's take a number up here at 66,870. We've got 0.325 BTCs that want to be sold at that particular price level, and in total going up there, we have a cumulative 5 Bitcoins that want to be sold up there. Which means, another way of saying this is if I just market buy, if I just smash an order for, let's say here, 6 Bitcoin, I'm going to buy up to 66,870. On the flip side, obviously down here, we've got 1.3 Bitcoins that want to be sold at 66.8. That's what this order book means. It's a live view of where limit orders have been placed, okay? These are called maker orders. You don't need to know it as in-depth as I'm telling you. It's really not relevant. But what you need to know is that every order you see here is a limit order, okay? They put liquidity into the market, okay? When you put an order in here, you're putting liquidity in so that the market becomes tradable. Now, let's imagine, just like this, there's a gap where see these red bars? These red bars represent how many Bitcoins are trying to be sold, okay? When the red bar is super filled up, there's a lot of Bitcoins trying to get sold. When there's a big gap here, that means you can buy, like, it doesn't take much volume to push the price up, okay? Really important. We're going to see this perhaps more profiled here. Like, this is the 1 Bitcoin view, right? Like, it only scales in 1 Bitcoin or higher, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know exactly what it is, but that sounds like it. And you know, and you can see, like, we're getting steeper cliffs here, right? Like here, if you've got 20 Bitcoins, you're going to buy up to here, but if you've only got 11, you're going to buy up to here. Now, this is really important, because if you understand how the order book works, you're going to understand how prices move quickly. Now, remember what I was saying just now, where we've got these cliffs, right? If you've got this cliff, it basically represents low liquidity. Now, there's going to be a huge cliff in this entire range. You know, another way to visualize this, which you're going to be very familiar with, is this point of control VPVR tool, okay? This very clearly shows us the same thing. There's lots of orders coming in over here, so we're not really going to see a cliff here. It's just going to be one big block. But there's very few orders coming in at these valleys, and that's why between these big spikes on the market, right, one over here and one up here, you typically get quick moves down and quick moves up all the time. Down and up and down, right? All the time you see that happening. So those are your kind of low liquidity ranges, where basically what it means is that there are no sell orders kind of stacked up in this particular range here, okay? Between 68,000 and 72. You can actually look at this right now if you can zoom out far enough. You probably can't. But if you could, you'd probably see this very quickly. I'm sure there's a website that shows, you know, just that, so it should be quite easy to find. But it shows you kind of where you're going to start seeing a lot more sell orders coming in, and it's obviously going to be at the top. Now, up here, you're going to start getting some people that want to front run because, you know, maybe Bitcoin doesn't go up to 72, maybe it stops at 70, so some people are going to be selling at 70. But for the most part, you're not actually going to see many Bitcoins trying to get sold in this range. So now, the second thing that I want you guys to understand, and so far nobody has told me to stop talking about this, so it sounds like you're finding it useful. If you are finding it useful, do me a favor and smash the likes. We're going to dial up the intensity here. The second thing you need to understand about how markets move, and by the way, once you've understood this, you are going to know everything. You're going to know everything there is to know about the actual mechanics of how markets move. Like, it's a little bit complicated, it's a little bit confusing, but once you've seen this segment that we're about to go through in this live stream, it's going to be so obvious to you how the market moves all the time. Is it going to help you in your trading? Probably not directly. However, is it going to give you a better understanding of the market, a deeper understanding of the market, which you're going to have forever? Would that help you with your trading? Probably, almost certainly, yes. So really, really important stuff. Smash them up if you are enjoying this so far. We're going to give you the second piece of this right now, which is now that we've established that there's no kind of sell orders in this particular range here, evidenced by the point of control, by the VPVR in and of itself. Big spikes here represent volume coming in, big valleys here represent no volume. So, we've established that with the VPVR, we've established that with just looking at resistance. We know where resistance is, so there's probably sell orders up here. We can establish it with common sense, okay? We can establish it with common sense. Obviously, people are going to want to sell up here, not in the middle of the range where we always move up quickly, right? It's just, this price range is an area where if you can just hold your breath for 5 minutes, you're going to get a much better price after 5 minutes, right? So nobody's selling up here. And so what happens is we need to establish how does the market move, okay? People, if everybody did limit orders, guys, it's so interesting. Every time you smash up the likes, the views come in just like that instantly. It's so interesting. But here's the thing: is every time the market moves, it's only moving because people are using market orders, okay? Every time you put in an order and it shows up in the order book over here, okay, it fills up the order book, which basically shows you that, that there are people, who have Bitcoins that they're kind of bidding. They want to bid for Bitcoin down here, or they're asking for Bitcoin up here. You're asking for 66.9, so if it gets there, you're going to get paid that amount, or you're bidding 66.8, so if it gets there, you're going to pay that amount, or you're going to receive this one. Every time somebody does that, they're not moving the market. It's impossible for that to move the market because it's a static order, right? So we all understand that. That's very obvious. A static order can't move the market, okay? It just, basically, it blocks the market. That's what it does. It blocks the market from moving. What actually moves the market is whoever comes in right now and presses market and starts buying or starts selling, okay? Then what's going to happen is if you buy 36 Bitcoins right now, you're going to push the price up by $9 to $8.90, okay, to 66,890. If you buy 32 Bitcoins right now at market, you're going to push the market up. So now that we've established all of these things, right, that there are no sell orders in this range, and that sell orders are literally just this. It's everything that you're seeing here. We got, 2.5 Bitcoins that want to be sold at this precise, price level. Now that we've established that those are maker orders, they make liquidity, the taker orders, the things that take liquidity, the things that move the market, the only thing that moves the market are market orders. Okay, super, super clear. Before I continue, do we have any questions? Is there anybody that has a question? I don't care how stupid, small, big, confusing, difficult your question is. I want to answer your question right now before we move on. Please don't be shy. Let me know if we have any questions. I'm going to give you guys the final piece of this in just a second here. The real mechanics of what it's like to trade and to actually move the market. When you understand this, you become bulletproof in terms of knowing how the market behaves. It looks like we have no questions at all. So that is very, very cool. Next, what I want to describe to you guys is, so now we understand limit orders fill up here. They can't move the market. The market has to get to them. So limit orders don't move the market. Market orders are the only thing that move the market because they eat limit orders. They take liquidity. They are taker orders, okay? Very, very clear, very, very obvious. Now, here's the thing. We always have market orders going on. And right now, we clearly have more market buys than market sells. And market orders are the only thing that move the market. So it's like, we got two opposing forces here. This is the bullish side. This is the bearish side. The buys are working and pushing this thing ahead. It's pushing this thing forwards. So that is telling us that we have some more buy orders right now in the market, with the market orders. And if we take a look at where we're expecting those kind of, liquidity gaps to be, it's very clear here, ladies and gents, that, you're going to be expecting very few orders here. But if you've got the same amount of market orders, you're just going to eat through that really quickly. All right, when we say low liquidity zone, that's what we mean. We mean that Bitcoin can eat through this resistance very quickly, very easily, because there are no limit orders over here, and you always have market orders that will push the market higher. Okay, this is another way of saying that you've got like a really nice, cool limited edition car. You can price them anywhere you like, but they're only going to go up or down value based on when people buy. You know, so it doesn't matter what the asking prices are. It only matters when those asking prices are met. Really, really important kind of, you know, it's a different perspective. A lot of people honestly won't care, you know, but hopefully you will. You kind of should, at least in my opinion, because the more you understand the mechanics of trading like this, the more you're just going to kind of know what you're doing. You're going to, you know, you don't want to feel like you're kind of clueless or not really sure what's going on in these markets, because that's going to really hurt you. It's going to really handicap you. You're going to be at a disadvantage, okay? It just helps to know it better. And I think that's really, really important.